Hi everyone, happy Thursday. Thank you for joining me today. We are going to talk about how to maintain a healthy voice. I heard from several of you that you'd like to hear me talk about this. And also I just finished a month-long run of a musical. I was in the last 5 years, which is a very, very vocally demanding show. We did 15 shows. It was a month-long run, which is the longest run of any show I've ever done. So it was pretty vocally demanding, and I had to maintain good health in those 4 weeks and make sure that I was in great vocal shape every single night. So I'm gonna give you some of my personal tips and the general what's good for a healthy singing voice tips to give you the tools you need to maintain a healthy singing voice, whether you're going in to perform a show and you need to maintain good health, or you just want daily tips on how to keep your voice healthy and strong. So here we go. Tip number 1, which I'm sure you won't be surprised about, is drink lots of water. This is something I need to constantly remind myself to do. And I can tell you firsthand, days when I did not drink enough water during the day, I felt very dry at night on stage. So firsthand, I really recognized the days that I didn't drink enough and the days I kept myself well hydrated. I felt really hydrated in the evening. If you're already thirsty, that means you're already dehydrated, so make sure to keep yourself well hydrated during the day. There are other really great foods you can eat to keep you hydrated. Lots of fruits that are extra hydrating, like pears, watermelon, peaches, applesauce, things that will really keep you hydrated during the day. But make sure to try to drink at least 8 glasses of water a day. I'm sure you've heard that before, but it's really important on maintaining good vocal health. You've probably heard of warm water with lemon and honey. That's all really great. It'll kind of coat your throat and can help you through those difficult vocal times. Your vocal cords vibrate very fast, so keeping them really lubricated is important. It actually takes you drinking the water, letting it go through your entire system to hydrate your vocal cords. So don't just do it right before you go on stage, just try to maintain a good balance of water throughout your day. Number 2, get plenty of rest. This is something I need to constantly remind myself of, being a mom and being in a show, and we performed late at night, and then I get up early with my son. It was really hard to get enough rest, but I was thoughtful about that and I tried to stay on top of it. And I noticed show nights when I was more energized and my voice felt really healthy were the nights that I got rest. And also allowing yourself to take little vocal naps during the day. If you have a really demanding show that you're doing in the evening, or if you have a concert coming up, the day of the concert especially, and days when you're really vocalizing a lot and you want to keep your vocal health up, try to think about the times of the day when you cannot speak. Vocal rest is huge. When I was in rehearsals, I tried to minimize vibration during the day, so I tried to either talk really lightly, no whispering, that's actually worse, but if you could just talk really lightly, and or to not talk at all is absolutely ideal. If you can just cut out vibrations for 24, even 48 hours, that's, I would say, really extreme circumstances. If you're feeling really hoarse or you've overextended your vocal cords, vocal rest is also really important. So not only getting your body lots of rest, but giving your voice rest as well. Along with that, don't misuse or abuse your voice. Yelling, screaming, any of those things, especially when you're being mindful of how you're treating your voice. If your throat feels dry or too tired or hoarse, especially those times are when you want to take better care of your voice. So with that is paying attention to how you speak every day. Ideally, we'd be speaking up in our head voice, in our upper register, being mindful of the volume level we're using. That's not always realistic. I definitely talk down here a lot more than I should. Most of the time, actually, it's just my normal speaking voice, but being mindful of how you speak during the day. Other ways we abuse our voice: alcohol, smoking, all those things dry out our voice. So stay hydrated, stay healthy. Don't smoke if you're a singer. It doesn't make any sense. Caffeine will dry out your vocal cords as well, so try to stay away from caffeine. Stay physically fit. Treat your body nicely too. If you have time to exercise, even just a little walk every day, it's really good to keep your body in good health. That will keep your voice in good health. Do not sing if it hurts. If you're really vocally strained and you're still in a rehearsal process where you feel like you need to perform, talk to your director or just really be mindful of if there are moments when you can pull back, what we call sometimes vocally marking something. You can still maintain the same kind of energy with your consonants, but maybe not singing at the same full out huge belt volume. If you have to belt notes, maybe singing in your head voice more often, that'll keep your voice healthier. Clearing your throat. Now this is something I do probably too much, but sometimes we get used to just trying to clear out this phlegm over and over. Try to sing through it if you can. There were actually moments on stage when I was feeling like, oh, here comes something and how am I gonna get it out? And I was able to sing through it. There are those moments when you can't cough or clear your throat and you have to sing through it, and it works. So try to sing through the mucus, through the phlegm, and you can usually get rid of it that way instead of being a habitual throat clearer. Maintaining your vocal health is just being mindful of how you treat your voice every day before you start singing. Making sure you're really intentional about your warm-ups, getting your voice moving. On show days, I'd usually wake up and just start humming and kind of continue that throughout the day. If you're in a setting where you can't necessarily be doing lip buzzes or warming up vocally, even just a I got into the habit of going to a workout class actually a couple hours before show nights. I kind of needed that boost of energy, and during my workouts I was kind of lightly humming. I don't think the people next to me were too irritated by it. Another great place to warm up is the shower. There's lots of nice steam in there. Open up and vocalize. Just really get your voice moving. Do all your warm-ups in the shower if you can. That's such a great thing to do. And you can warm up at 10 a.m. for a 7 p.m. show. Just get your voice kind of moving, and then you can kind of rewarm yourself up in the evening. And then being aware of your instrument. If you're aware of what you feel like you need, you'll get into a rhythm. You'll get into a habit of, this worked for me. You know, I drank this much water today. I had this much rest last night. So if you're preparing for something, think about, what kind of warm-up do I need to be doing if I'm hitting a high E? I need to be warming up my head voice a lot longer than I probably need to be warming up my lower register. So, you know, being aware of what your instrument needs and what your body needs. Listen to your body. If you feel tired, if you feel hoarse, if you feel strained, give yourself rest. Take a moment for yourself if you can. It's really, really important. I am a busy mom and I have a lot going on, and I was still able to take that time for myself. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope this helped you. Just some good reminders. If you are a singer, you've probably heard all these tips before, and these are just good reminders for good daily health. We all need to think about ourselves and think about how we treat our bodies. Get lots of rest, drink plenty of water, but especially if you're a singer, keep these things in mind, and I promise that will keep you vocally healthy. Your voice will thank you, and you will be much more successful as a singer. Thank you again for watching. I will see you all next week with something very exciting. I have a big video coming out next week. I've been working on it for a while now. Those of you who follow me on Instagram may have seen some of my costumes and wigs and makeup. Stay tuned. Next week is going to be a really fun music video. I can't wait for y'all to see it. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all next week. Bye!